Hi, Mustafa. Nice to meet you. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi, Mustafa. Can you hear me? Check, check, check. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Can you hear
Mustafa.
me?
I can hear
Yeah.
you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good
Awesome.
morning.
My name is Javier. It's a pleasure to meet you finally, Mustafa. I want to be your mentor throughout this course.
Thank you very much. Likewise.
Awesome. Since today is our first meeting, I would like to have some introductions first, and then after that, I can walk you through a little bit of how the one-on-one works.
Yep.
My name is Javier. I have been a mentor for over a year now. I started by taking Udacity's data analyst course, which I completed successfully, and then I went to take a data engineering course, and I finished that. So I went over the same steps you're going through right now. I finished all the projects myself, and after graduating for those projects, I applied to be a Udacity mentor, which I've been for over a year. So I've seen dozens and dozens of students successfully completed these projects, help them uh, finish all the programs. And I've been a data engineering mentor for over 8 months now. And so I have coached about 70, 60, 70 students, most of them who have successfully completed the program. So I'm really excited to be your mentor for this
Yeah.
program. I just wanted to know a little bit about yourself. Why did you decide to choose this program, and what do you expect to get out of it?
So yeah, so myself Mustafa and I'm working, in a healthcare industry, like as a data engineer since last couple of last 7 years. I'm working and I've worked in mostly analytics and ETL and data warehouse. So I'm thinking this course to uh, take me at uh, one more level up, and basically I want to go towards data science, so I'm thinking this is as a base step to go towards it. And I just want to sharpen my skill and want my growth in career. That's why I'm taking this course.
That's amazing, and I believe it will make a difference for sure. I know you will learn a lot. So let me walk you through how the one-on-one works. So you can schedule one-on-one with me every week. It's not required by Udacity. It's just a tool for you to use, but you can schedule up to one call every week. All right.
Okay.
So I put together a small learning plan for you, which I'm going to share after we finish our call. But let me show it right
Yeah,
now.
I can see your screen.
All right, awesome. So this has your starting day, which was November 21st. All right,
Right.
and it shows like how much time you should spend on each lesson according to the day, and when are your projects due. All right. Now
Right.
these due dates are soft deadlines. Nothing happens if you miss those deadlines. It just means that it will take longer for you to finish the course, right?
Right.
Um, so I'm going to share this with you. Today, for example, is it's already January 18th. So should be working on data lakes now. I believe you haven't really started with some of the projects. Um,
Yeah.
so we
So
yeah, tell me.
yeah, sorry to interrupt. So I started in November, but apparently I has to go out for business meeting, and I went for the vacation. So from January onwards, like from last week onwards, I was like seriously working on it, and I was investing like 1.5 hour every day.
Oh, that's amazing.
On
That's amazing. That's the way to go. So if you wish, we can reset this date to January, and that could be your new learning plan. I mean, this is not set in stone. So would you wish to to do that?
Yeah, I would like to do that actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like as simple as me typing this January 1st. Is it right?
Uh-huh.
And like that, and then it will give you just like a new um, a new schedule. So yeah, this is really simple. So basically, this is taking consideration you spending approximately that time, about an hour and a half, 2 hours per day. This should be like the expected progress. So you started January 1st. Right now, you should be um, basically turning in the first project,
Right.
and that's going to be, I think this is going to be like a good goal to achieve. So that, for example, today, maybe during this weekend, if you can turn in your project, get a review so that you can get back on schedule on working on the NoSQL data models. What do you
Yes.
think about
Yes. Yes. I would complete the project this weekend.
that? Amazing.
Yeah. For
Awesome.
sure.
All right. So every time we have a meeting, I'm going to ask you, how does the progress come? How has your progress coming along with the program? And
Mhm.
that's basically, we're going to take a look at this and just make sure that you are on schedule with this. Then if we need to make any changes to this learning plan, we'll make it right here. And then I'll ask you if you agree with those changes. And then I'll just help you be on schedule with this learning plan. And then after that, well, that's going to take about 5 minutes or 10. And then we have about 20 minutes to ask questions. Basically, we can go over your code. We can run your code. I can walk you through some projects or any questions you may have about the contents of the course. We can go over them during that time. And that's basically how the one-on-one works. Any questions about the meetings?
No, I'm good.
Awesome. Do you remember how to schedule the meetings through Calendly?
Uh, Let me check.
If you go to our conversation, which is, where is it? So I think it was, yeah, since you started in November, it was long time. Here you are. Right. I sent an initial message with a link. So if you click on that
Oh,
link,
yeah.
it will tell you to my Calendly page, and you can schedule the meetings through there.
It goes to Zoom actually.
It's not that link. It's that link on top. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Here, right?
exactly where it
Oh,
says
yeah.
here. Awesome.
Oh,
All right. And just a couple of stuff so that you don't miss them. Here on the left lower corner, you have access to some extracurriculars. These are not required for you to finish in order to graduate, but they're nice
mhm.
to have. They're for you in case you need to like refresh your memory on some of these concepts. So that's one
Sure.
thing. Um, the other thing that I wanted to show was the career portal.
Uh, can you give me a minute? Let me check. Like, where can I see that extracurricular?
Oh yeah, if
Because
you go to if you go to Udacity and then you sign in and you click my classroom, it should send you to this. I mean, mine will send me to a different part, but yours will send you to this classroom. So you'll have here on the left side content tab with the main courses, and if you just keep scrolling down, you'll see here extracurriculars.
yeah,
You
yeah,
click
I
on
can
it,
see.
and then you have access to those, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that's one thing. The other one was the briefcase right here, this symbol.
Mhm.
This is a career portal. So this is really cool because he has many, many resources about job hunt, about networking, about LinkedIn reviews, GitHub reviews. You have access to even interview practices. So this is really, really cool. You have access to this. When you finish the course, you will still have access to this. So
Okay.
I personally suggest that you finish the course first, and then calmly you can come back to this. But
Sure.
if you're during the job hunt right now, or you really want to update your resume or something like that, feel free to use some of these resources in the meantime.
Sure. Sure.
Okay. And the other thing is the knowledge button. So this is basically like a database of all the questions that have been posted here with answers, and you can filter them by nanodegree and by project. So if you have a question, maybe somebody already asked it and somebody already answered it, so it's worth taking a look at this. And we also have our student hub, which is where you can DM me, where you can send me direct messages. And I try to check this every day. So as soon as you have a question, if you post it here, you can expect an answer from me on the next day. So this is the best way to reach me. You can post screenshots of your code. So this is a good resource as well.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions in terms of contents of the course, resources?
So I am going to start, my first project. So I just wanted to know like how to upload the files and where to develop the code and the review the code or test the code like when
Great.
developing.
So basically, you have this is like course number 1, right? And it has like the different lessons, which are video lessons. And most of these lessons, data model, yeah. Most of these lessons have some Jupyter notebooks where you can practice the code. But the project itself, it's in its own lesson. So when you click on it, it will give you an introduction to the project. It will provide you with an introduction to the data sets,
Okay.
and it will have some instructions and some steps, and you will finally provide it with a project workspace. All right. So this is the main place where you are going to be working with the project. Now, as soon as it loads, I'm going to tell you more about it. Okay, so as you can see, you have access to a terminal over here, so you can load your different files that you have here. You have access to some of your Python notebooks so that you can really quickly test your code in here. And you also have access to your main ETL and SQL queries files so that you can run them in the terminal that I show you. So when you're done with the project, if you're happy with your ETL, if you already wrote your README file, if you're happy with your queries, and you have tested your ETL and it works, you can submit your project with this button.
I can see there create table.py. So there I need to write the create table statement in the same file, or do I need to create a new file?
Right. It depends on the project. For some projects, for example, for this one, which is the first one, you will start working everything in this Jupyter notebook. And this Jupyter notebook, it will walk you through everything you have to write. Even I believe in the SQL queries, it will tell you when you need to go back. Yeah, for example, here it says implement the artist table insert query in SQL queries file. So you go here. So this one will walk you through it so that you understand better how to use the files. And at the end, it will tell you to put everything you wrote in your Jupyter notebook into your ETL, which is the file that you're actually going to run. It's going to run your ETL. So this project it will give you a good idea of how the future projects work, because the future projects won't provide you with the Jupyter notebook. So you will have to write your ETL not from scratch, but it will provide some guidelines. But yeah, that ETL is going to take from your SQL queries file as well for the following projects.
And what about that? Sorry, yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
go
ahead.
Obviously, when you change to AWS, that's going to be another layer. When you start using Airflow, that's going to be a different approach. But for the first 3 projects, you're going to be basically working something like this.
Okay.
All right.
And what about test.ip?
What's that?
Test.ipynb.
Oh, so this one is when you run your ETL, it actually you need to load the table somewhere. And in this case, Udacity has like this inner server where it will hold your tables, and you can access your tables through this test. So that's just for you to know that you populated your tables correctly. So for example, for the third project, which incorporates AWS, you won't have a test because now you can go into your AWS and check your tables there.
Okay.
So yeah, this is going to be your first project. Yeah, let's go over the project instructions really quickly. So basically, you're going to create your statements in SQL queries. You're going to write your drop statements also, and you're going to run create tables to create the databases and tables. And the test is going to confirm that they were actually created. So basically, what I suggest is start with the ETL Python notebook. Like this one will walk you through all the steps. So yeah, and start with this one. It will walk you step by step, as you can see here, and it will tell you to go to that SQL queries and write your query right there. And so keep going with this, and when you finish this, it will actually prompt you to run the test, so that to be sure that it works. And when you're done with this, then incorporate all of this logic into your ETL, and you'll be done with the project.
Sure.
Awesome. Any other questions, Mustafa? Anything else I can help you with today?
Not Javier, not right now.
Awesome. It's great meeting you, Mustafa. Let's keep in touch through the Student Hub. Feel free to schedule the meeting when you need it. And I'm pretty sure you'll be successful if you put in the time, and I'll be here to make sure you do. So I'm excited for you.
Thank you very much, Javier.
All right. Have a nice weekend and see you soon.
Bye-bye.